zero to hero on the grind.
Welcome with Building with Dope Individuals. We got two tattoo artists here today. They both dope. One is well known for his tattoo shop in Queens. Female, and I checked out her work. Is fire. How y'all doing today?
Doing well.
So
Chillin'.
we have Rich and we have Jen. So what got y'all both into tattooing? Did y'all start off drawing?
I started off at my dad's tattoo shop. So, yeah, his name is Puppet. He's a well-known tattoo artist and just artist in general. And, yeah, I was always there to help. Like, the kid after school has to go to, your dad's shop and stuff. So I kind of got to start that way, like, being curious and then tattooing his friends.
How about you, Rich?
I've honestly been drawing my whole life. I grew up wanting to be an artist professionally.
Okay.
Just from a young age. I say like first grade, kindergarten, realizing nobody could mix the red and the blue like I could to make that purple. I'm like, oh, I got it. I'm on something. And it just came naturally. I've always felt growing up that like when it came to work, you should definitely do something you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I was able to do so. So tattooing was never the thing to do.
Yeah.
I never said I want to be a tattoo artist, but the stars just kind of aligned for me. From just drawing designs to selling the designs to doing the math, realizing how much I'm selling these designs for and how much they're getting them tattooed for. I'm like, all right, I'm leaving bread on the table.
So what was your first tattoo? Like, who trusted you to do your first tattoo on, or was you practicing on something?
My first tattoo was on my father's friend. He was kind of like close to my age because they were always around the shop.
How old were you?
Me, how old was I? Probably 20.
Or after high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like pretty, older, but yeah. I tatted on my dad's friend Vinny.
Were you already drawing already, or just like I'm already in the tattoo parlor, so
Well,
I want to practice on you?
No, I really wasn't like drawing much. I only had like a quick passion for like art when I was like in 8th grade, and we did like oil pastels.
Okay.
But then I kind of dropped that, and then I was just living my life, not worried about any of those things. And then I got into tattooing because there was a female that worked at the shop.
Yes.
And I was always around her because she was the only girl, so. Then I was like, can you teach me how to tattoo? But we never got there.
Oh, wow. How about you? How was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo was on one of my best friends at the time. I did his sister's name on the back of his arm. And I don't really know how it came out, but it gave me the confidence to keep going. I ain't going to hold you.
So I understand you was in the shop, but did you buy like the gear and everything to start tattooing?
So from me drawing tattoo designs and selling them and then figuring like I just need a tattoo, Google was my best friend, bro. Like I searched anything and everything that I needed. Yeah. YouTube University got me through. I'm 100% self-taught.
So ain't the YouTube University thing is like a new age thing. When you first started tattoo, how old were you?
I was 19.
So how long ago was that? That was like
it was some years ago.
So it wasn't just a YouTube. YouTube was still back then,
bro. I was always a creative kind of like tech geek in a sense. Oh, so like I had tablets before it was an iPad. Gotcha. I was on Photoshop 1. So, like I was always in tune with the technology, man. So it wasn't new to me.
So y'all loved the first tattoo y'all did.
Yeah, mine was straight. It was 718 on the hand, so.
All right, how about pressure.
You? Tattooing someone's hand for your first tattoo is crazy, first of
all. I've done a few for my first. They all gave me their hands because they were tatted, so it was like, yeah, do it right here.
Oh, so the empty spot right here. I got an empty spot.
Yeah, I did like a paper plane on another guy. His name is Reese. He used to work for my dad, so I was around the whole vibe. So it was like, yeah, they were all willing to let me do something.
That's ill.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to them.
Then I took it to the crib, and I was trying to do bigger pieces. But that's, when you first start something, you just want to dive into it. Yeah. Like, I was not ready for none of that. But the tattoos came out decent, and to this day they look good. I just was like, I really wanted to get into it so bad. I used to cry to my dad.
So what is like the hardest thing with tattooing when you first started? Is it the shading? Is it the actual tracing the lines? What is it about tattooing that people, they start and they stop automatically because it's too hard for them?
I think because it's too hard for them.
Yes, because some people can't really tat. Some
Everybody
people
has different
just
struggles,
not good
though.
at it. Everybody's not good at tattooing.
Everyone's not. I feel like where most people fail when it comes to advancing in their tattoo career is when they do hit that block wall of not being satisfied with what they're putting out, or you get that one client that's not satisfied with what you put out. But I feel like every artist hits that point in some part of their career, and some might be more detrimental than others. But just like any business, like if you're willing to do what you got to do to get better, to get through that door, you'll be able to get better and progress.
Yeah. You gotta really fight through it to be like inconsistent.
So what is the hardest thing for you, per se,
The hardest
that
thing
you
for
had
me,
to overcome with tattooing?
I mean, besides skill set, I feel like you learn something every day. So I wouldn't say like that's the hardest. At one point, I felt like stenciling was hard. Like I didn't really understand what tattooing fully was. So like, I couldn't translate what was on the stencil and what I thought I was like capturing for details to what it was on the skin. But I felt like I only had one time where I felt really lost, and then I had to like get it together. And, you know, yeah. But that was like in my earlier years. Now, I would say I don't really think anything's really challenging. Like getting to work on time, maybe.
I would say that if I find anything challenging that's continuously challenging, is people.
Right.
Because growing up wanting to be an artist, I never signed myself up for a service. Tattooing is a service.
Yes.
So it's a layer of people I've never expected to have to deal with.
Okay.
So I learned that early in my career. So from then, I've always had an assistant or going through email. So like everything that needs to be handled is done before you even get to me.
Yeah.
But now it's like dealing with the people once they get here, because I've never spoken to them before. So now trying to find that happy medium, because tattooing is really like energy. So if you come in with weird, bad energy, then you're liable to get a bad tattoo, because I'm not going to be in the best mood. It's a weird space because we're doing a craft, but we're doing a service that is forever on people.
And it's a luxury, right?
Luxury, definitely.
I seen that you said that it was a luxury. It's not just a thing. You just, oh, I'm gonna go get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Some people do that though.
Yeah, don't come to me.
So what made it motivate you to start your own business? To act open, think before you ink?
So when I opened Think Before You Ink, it was definitely at a special time in my life, as far as like all of the stars just really aligned. I was already active in Queens. I was an athlete. I'm on the party scene. So I knew people, but I just didn't have the product yet. So I knew there was I had customers.
Yes.
The shop I had worked at previously happened to close, and just due to me tattooing at college on campus, I'm on scholarship, I got no bills, and I'm just stacking. I had the money to open the shop once that shop had closed. So I really opened up a shop and just moved the artists from that shop to mine, and then just recruited a few others.
Smart. Did you have any artists that was better than you?
Yeah. I'll definitely say Derek was better than me.
Okay.
I'll say Derek was better than me, because Reggie came on later, and by the time Reggie came on, like I'm not gonna say Reggie better than me.
How about you? Have you ever opened an actual shop?
No, I mean, my dad owned a couple of them.
Or you worked in them?
Yeah, I've been working yeah, for a minute with my dad.
You haven't take over his shop yet?
Nah, my dad holds on real tight to his business. He takes his business very serious, and I respect that. So I just, branched off and started working out of a private studio now.
Okay. So do you compare any anywhere close to your dad, or you a little bit better
I'm
than your dad?
my
Did he teach you some things?
2.0.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like that one.
cause he is where he's at. I can't never like knock my dad nowhere but lift him up. You feel me? So yeah.
So how does sharing your damn? How does having control over your business decisions affect your overall satisfaction?
I'm very happy with, what I do and how I do it.
Yes.
So I'm satisfied, but at the same time, I always leave room for growth and just, tightening up everything, making sure I provide the best service that keeps coming back. That's really how I just stay busy, by having good service.
Having people come out repetitive.
Yeah, I don't do walk-ins, so you gotta know me already.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So nobody can just DM you and just say, I need a
Yeah,
tattoo?
they can, but then we speak in business first. You're not gonna know where I'm at.
Gotcha.
I want to answer the question that you asked her.
You can answer it, sure.
So currently, where I find satisfaction in work is just my peace of mind, and now being in a private studio. I felt like closing my shop, when I closed it, was definitely a mental close. It wasn't a financial close. It wasn't like we struggling. I felt at that point in my life, I took too much on that I was willing to handle.
Yeah.
Because I opened up my shop really young. I was probably 2 years out of college.
So what age, like 22, 23?
Like 22, 23, opened my first
shit.
shop. Half the staff is older than me, half the staff is younger. It was like, it's a lot of mental drain, especially being that at the time I was only like 3 or 4 years tattooing. And it was just getting really hard trying to manage artists being an artist, because I felt like I was having to share my energy amongst two, as opposed to just focusing on my
So was
creative
people
craft.
teaching you while you owned the shop?
I think anytime that you're in a shop, everyone teaches each other. If you're in a shop and everyone's not teaching each other, it makes no sense to be in that shop.
So what's your vision and mission for your business? What is your main goal for you? Since you don't, or are you looking to open another shop?
I would open up another shop, but I'd have to be on my tail end of tattooing, to where I can really just focus on pouring into the artist and minimal tattooing. Like, I'd probably do 2 to 4 tattoos there a month, just so I could focus on the business. As for right now, though, I feel like my mission is just to keep my business rolling the way it's been rolling. It's been pretty freaking smooth, I'm not gonna hold you, and just focus a lot more on my personal life and my personal well-being, because I've devoted so much time in the business.
All right. So you say personal life. Do you do paintings and other things also?
You want me to start?
You.
Yeah, painting is extremely therapeutic when I get to paint freely, without it being a commission piece, without it being for a show that I'm about to do. When I'm able to just paint, extremely therapeutic. It's like meditation, and it definitely brings me back to my youthful spirit being an artist.
Do you do any commission pieces or paint, or is it just straight tattooing?
No, I paint and do commission paintings as well.
All right, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been doing that?
I've been painting before I've been tattooing, so I would say painting like with passion for 12 years.
Oh, that's cool. Do you have a separate page for that, or is it on your art page also?
Well, honestly, like when it's a commission painting, that's for them. I probably posted but I'm not heavy on the art canvas on my page. I don't really promote it because I paint for myself mainly. But I do have clients that been ordering paintings from me, so whenever something comes up, they just come back. But I haven't got there yet with the posting my paintings, and most of them aren't even finished.
So do you tattoo people and then hopefully they buy your paintings? Do you have paintings in your studio?
I just put one up in the studio, and they're feeling it, they like it. And yeah, I'll talk about it if you want to, but I don't force anything on people.
Gotcha.
I'm very laid back for the most part, even though I am my business and I should be going hard and stuff, but that's not my personality. So,
Oh, I understand.
you know, it's not, and honestly, like, I'm gonna work on that. I'm not saying that that's just me and I'm not gonna change, but
Yeah.
yeah, like, don't worry, y'all gonna see my paintings soon.
So do you have commission pieces up in your studio?
I don't have commission pieces in my studio because the commission joints are sold and shipped.
Well, not commission.
Um,
But you have pieces in your studio
Yeah.
that you show, and they be like, "Oh, I do have paintings also while you're tattooing."
Yeah, my personal collections in my studio.
Smart.
As far as how I handle my clients, I won't say I'm pushy, but I definitely do make sure the door's open to speak about my artwork just to test their interest.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like being a tattoo artist, we do have a special kind of way we can flip our clients into other services. So if you're already there spending money on me to do artwork on your body,
Yes.
then I would think that you'd be in the market to purchase a piece of artwork to put on a wall. So I'm gonna make sure that conversation's coming up without a doubt. I'll put on a video from my art show for you.
I'm not gonna
I'ma
lie.
sell
Ever
it.
since I put the painting up, they've been asking because they like it. They're like, "Who did it? Who did it?" I'm like, "Me." But I have other ones that are completed. I had them here before, but I'm gonna bring them back and put them in the studio.
So
And
do
you
have-
gotta,
No, go ahead.
and you gotta think like, on your average session, it might be 2 hours. That person's doing nothing but sitting there looking around your room.
We talk about
In
so many
pain.
things, though. I'm
Nah.
always chatting it up with my clients. You
You
know,
don't-
like, and then you know who's who. Like, I don't know.
I want you looking around. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I might put some on the ceiling.
Just get to look up.
Shit.
I mean, I'll promote my piercings. I'm like, I do tattoos and piercings.
Oh, you do piercings also.
Yeah, and I do custom
all piercings?
swimwear. I do a lot of different things. Yeah.
So let me know, what else
What's
do you
up?
do besides tattooing and painting?
I model. I do custom crochet swimwear.
Okay.
I
Handmade?
paint- handmade, yeah, with yarn. I
Lit.
get this. Yeah, I do it. And I like to do hair.
I seen you doing hair the other day.
Yeah, like I do
Did your own hair.
whatever I like to do, and I like to be good at it. That's my passion, being good at everything.
So if you're not good at it, you don't do it no more, or do you
If
keep
I'm not
trying
good at
until
it,
you're good at
it'll. I'll try it, but it's like I don't sing. You feel me? I'm not a singer because I'm not good at it. So why would I'm not gonna keep singing? I'm not doing that.
Makes sense. So what are your daily operational challenges that you have to manage?
Getting to work on time.
Jeez.
What you mean? You make your own schedule though.
Yeah, I know, but like I like to start my day kind of like early, but then it's just like, you know, I had to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Sometimes my vibe be a little, you know what I mean? Like
you wanna
I'm
go
a
to-
real
you
person.
want to show up with bad, you know.
Yeah, I just like to like, and then just
That
make sure that
energy.
my energy is good to
Understand.
tattoo. Like to take on the day. Sometimes you wake up moody and be like, damn, but I gotta handle these people. And you gotta just have the best mindset to just get everything done.
Cause you transfer energy when you have a bad mood
It's
and
just-
you
yeah,
tattooing. It's automatic. They
exactly.
gonna automatically have it.
That's a real thing. So I try to make sure that I like get something to eat. You know, like I'm fed, or the person we're gonna eat together. Like I just want to have a good day, and I always look forward to like good sessions. Who I'm gonna meet today? Oh, they coming back. Oh my god, I'm so
Okay,
excited.
okay.
Yeah, I love tattooing and just having
So what
people
about you,
come over.
Rich? Sorry.
Like struggles on the day-to-days.
Yes.
First off, I'm gonna say getting to work on time is crazy when you make your own schedule. But I get it. I get it. I'm gonna say it's crazy, but I get it. Struggles, bro. Day-to-days. Yo, the only struggle might be making sure that I picked up paper towels. Like,
Then you gotta leave during the session,
Yeah.
or be like, I'll be right back.
day of,
Yeah,
though.
making sure my battery's fully charged.
Yeah, like little things, but like anything major, just dealing with how I work with my assistant. It's like I go to sleep the night before knowing what time I'm tattooing. I know what I'm tattooing. Make sure I get to the gym before I get to my session. So getting out of the gym on time for my appointment is probably the worst of my day-to-days.
So is it like new, like, I don't know what y'all call it when y'all tattoo? What is a tattoo machine? Is it new machines that come out that's trendy, or
Yeah.
how do y'all keep up with the trends? Do y'all
Wow.
you use YouTube University also again?
Well,
Or
when
do
you're
you-
interested in doing something and being good at it, you'll like do research on what's the best for your style, I guess, and who recommends it, and just looking at reviews and stuff.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So how would you rate your own work?
How would I rate my own work?
Yes, your own work.
All right.
And do you still watch other people tattoo
Of course.
to learn more?
Hell yeah. Y'all, if you see my for me on anything, tattoos, pretty girls, car, like stuff like that, food, date night, like that's what comes up.
How about
so
you?
yeah, I'm always looking to be better.
I don't think our artist stops looking to be better. Anyone that cares about their craft.
Yeah.
I feel like you asked a 2-part question though. What was the other part of that question?
It was up out of my head, so
Okay.
I'll ask you another one. How do you manage your financial pressures and ensure your steady cash flow? Because that's more important than everything, because you got to make sure you paying the bills. Or it's just...
So the way I operate with my assistant, we don't book quantity. It's not like book 20 tattoos this month. It's we got to hit this financial mark. So I don't care if that financial mark happens in 2 tattoos. Once that's covered, we could book the next month. But that's just like off of time spent making sure that I know exactly how much I need to live and save and cover the business.
Oh, you said rate your tattoos. That's what you said. Would you
That was
rate
the
them?
question.
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Boom.
How would you rate your tattoos?
So if I rated my tattoos, I couldn't rate them on like a number grade. I go into every tattoo personally trying to make sure that my next tattoo is my best tattoo. And that's just how I stay on top of me and keep beating me.
So do you tattoo even if you're in a bad mood?
Nah.
So you would cancel a whole appointment?
Cancel the whole
You
appointment.
have to sometimes.
Have you also?
Yeah. My dad was mad at me. He was like, you can't do that. I'm
Wow.
like, Dad, I'm not feeling it. And I don't want to be upset over this guy's arm. So please. And he was like, fine. I
How
said,
about-
the guy said he was okay.
Even a piercing? Anything? You won't do anything? No services
Maybe
if you're in a bad mood?
piercings
Piercings are
are quick. Yeah. You pierce?
Nah.
Oh, piercings are quick. It's no. But tattoos are long sessions, and this is definitely an energy exchange, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how mad I am, I wouldn't even come to work. I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'll make something up if I have to.
I gotta speak on the tattoo topic. Like, we today are so used to what tattooing is today as a commercial industry.
Yeah.
But if you really think about the beginnings of tattooing in modern time, like it's a tribal cultural ritual.
Yeah.
So I feel like that energy and you and one person doing that service on them is extremely intimate. I'll say when it comes to life, people to trust is really like your doctor, your lawyer, your tattoo artist.
He's a doctor, lawyer, and that order.
Yes. Like you need that much trust because you're dealing with somebody forever on your body.
So I seen you posted something mad funny about cash.
I don't like it.
What is this thing about cash, yo? You had a whole post about it and you was telling people, do not come here with cash. You're not avoiding the tax.
Yeah.
You're going to get taxed regardless.
Because I feel like people come in with cash, number one, because they think either they drug dealers and they got cash, or they think they're going to avoid a tax. But I feel like it's just off the fact that within our culture, we go to these services, whether it's a hairstylist, a barbershop, and I'm not going to say those facilities don't have their business structure in order.
Yeah.
But they might just be paying a tax out of what you're paying them.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to get what I need and I'm going to charge the service tax on top of it. Whether you bring cash, card, crypto, whatever the case may be, I'm charging this tax. And being that I'm going to charge it regardless.
Yes.
Save me a trip to the bank. So don't bring the cash. Because you went to the bank to get the cash. So now why do I need to go to the bank to put it in?
But not all the time they go to the bank to get the cash. Maybe they just have cash on hand.
Depends on what they doing. But they be coming with crispy bills. It's like, I know you went to the bank. Why'd you do that?
What about you? Do you accept cash and other forms of payment?
Yeah.
And do you tax them regardless?
I don't take all kinds of payments because, like, Venmo. I think it shows when people get money or something.
I don't
like
take
that.
Venmo.
I don't do that neither.
You say you take all forms.
No.
Yeah, it's like certain ones.
So not Venmo.
No.
Yeah, and like Cash App, sometimes it's a little funny depending on people. I don't know. There's scammers
Scamming?
everywhere. Yeah, there's scammers everywhere. So you gotta be really like careful.
So when I say I take all forms,
Yes.
the major forms and forms of payment. I'm not
So that's
talking
Zelle,
about. I'm not talking about the platform.
Apple Pay?
No, we're talking about Zelle. We're talking about a credit card.
Yes.
We're talking cash, which I don't like, and
Crypto.
But
Any crypto.
the platforms, not any crypto.
You gotta be specific because if people gonna come to you, they're
So
gonna
I'll
try to pay
take
with crypto.
Bitcoin. I'll take Ethereum. I'll take Solana. I'll take XRP.
There's a new one out. I forgot the name.
There's always
It's
a
just-
new one out.
But it's booming right now.
I'll take Doge. Realistically, I ain't gonna hold you.
Really?
Bro, they all follow the same trend.
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
They
That
all
shit is
follow the
crazy.
same trend. They're extremely volatile.
So, how do you handle stress to prevent burnout?
How do I handle stress to burnout? I steam. I like to steam, so every night I go home and I steam for hours, and I might do a little bleep this out. I might do a little
She said, "Bleep this out."
because
You can't bleep it out and say it.
But it's legal.
yeah, but I don't want everybody in my business, so I'm telling you.
Okay. So how do you deal with stress to prevent burnout?
That's
So
crazy. I'm in the gym. Gym gets my mood right. It sets my temperature for the day. It makes sure I eat right for the day. I will say I'll do that probably 4 to 6 times a week just to stabilize myself.
how often you meal prep? Cause I seen you had
Meal
meal
prep
and you was telling
every
me
time
you
I go
had your
food shopping. Every time I go food
So
shopping.
7
I
days a
meal
week
prep.
you have food already. You don't have to go out and eat.
Well, I gotta go food shopping right now, so there's nothing to eat. Like I fasted for the day, but I'm
The
gonna
whole
eat.
day?
Yeah, bro.
No juice, no nothing.
Bro, if you really water, juice.
Your stomach don't growl when you tattoo.
It's not
You
nah.
want some watermelon juice? This is cold pressed juice.
Nah, bro. I walk around with my
with sea
gallon.
moss.
I'll have some of that. I'll have
Hey,
some of
well,
that. Not right
huh?
now, right
Here you
now.
go, huh? You can have one.
I'll take it. I'll take some right
It's a
now.
nice cold one right
With
now.
sea
There you
moss?
go.
Ah,
Yeah, sea
cool.
moss, watermelon juice. Let me know how it is, man.
But if you think about it, when it comes to the history of man, it's like homies will wake up, go hunt, and eat a meal for the day, and that's it. Like this whole eat 3 times a day, it's
crazy.
all marketing. Eat cereal for it's marketing. It's getting us to spend bread. So I try everything I do in my personal life to just shred everything back to the bare bones. I'm a very minimalistic person.
I
That's good.
pray too when I'm stressed. I feel like that really takes the biggest load off when you pray.
How was it?
It's good. I call a little drip, a little drip off the lip.
So do y'all go to church and pray and everything else, or it's just
I pray when I'm walking down the block. I pray when I'm in the car.
No
I pray
church.
before I do a big piece that I feel like I just want to make sure that if somebody's energy's off, I'm gonna pray to make sure that they're happy and things don't turn back on me. I be praying stuff away, or I pray to manifest things.
How about you? You in the church or anything like that?
Prayer,
Or just pray.
that's gonna be a whole nother episode with me for real. I feel like I'll manifest. I'll talk myself into something. I'll talk myself into my end goal.
That's real.
Praying though, I feel like people pray when it's like they got nothing else to bet on, and it bothers me.
That's not true. I pray.
That's
when
not
I'm
true, though, but-
happy.
but-
I'm not saying everybody, but
Yeah.
I will say if I lined up 100 people that go to a church,
That's a fact,
50
though.
of them are there for desperation.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't believe in whatever American religion is.
Well, when I say pray, I would say more like just, thanking God and just being happy about every little thing, pointing out every little thing that made me happy, pointing out every little thing that I want better. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm calling out certain names and you know what I mean?
How you pray is how you pray. I don't judge in any kind of way.
Yeah.
Me, personally, if you just said that's what you do and it wasn't in response to a question, I just would have called that gratitude and giving thanks and being grateful.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that too.
when I hit pray, I be thinking like, please, please, like shut up and do it.
Yeah, nah, I'm not that person. No. That's
So how do you manage your time and prioritize tasks?
how I manage it.
Manage time and prioritize tasks.
Sometimes I could be spread thin, but I put everything in my calendar on my phone.
You say you do a lot.
I do, and I'm a mom.
Oh, you're a mom too?
Yes, I am.
Oh wow, how many kids you have?
I just have one son.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of tapping in. It's a lot of being a little prepared. You gotta know what to expect. So when it's routine, I think it gets easier.
Okay.
I don't really get caught by surprise too much.
How about you?
Calendar Poppy.
And you got your assistant to help you with that too.
Calendar Poppy.
That's good.
I'm a parent as well. I do have a son as well. So when it comes to managing my time with him, that's on the calendar. So my assistant knows to book around it. Like people that have these iPhones, y'all spending like $1,500 on these iPhones and not really making use of them, and it makes no sense to me. There's mad people that spend mad bread on these phones and use 2% of them, and it's like 98% Instagram. Like, pack it up. Pack it up. The calendar, everybody's calendar could be synced too. Come on, man. Y'all crazy. Calendar invites, crazy.
But everyone don't keep up with that. You gotta have a certain mindset to be like, oh, all right, I'm tapping in. Let's see what's next. What I gotta do. People just bypass that.
That's a fact. How crucial it is for your support system. Because I know you can't just wake up every day and just say, I'm going to go get it. Is it other people supporting you? Or is it people that you could call to keep you motivated?
Yeah, I have my sisters. My son keeps me motivated for sure. And like I feel like leaving and doing my own thing from what I was doing with the family, I have to keep up so I can make sure that they know that I'm good on my own, But I feel like whether I'm doing great or I might need a little help, my family's always going to be there to make sure I'm good. And I love that. And it goes both ways,
Do you have any support in people that you call when you need? Because you can't be that strong every day to get up and say, I'm just going to go do it. Do you have anybody you call to be like, when you in down or anything like that?
Definitely. I came up in a football background. I played football for 11 years, junior high school through college.
What college you went to play?
Wagner College.
Okay.
It's 1AA. It's on Staten Island. It's a small, big school.
Did you tattoo while you was in college also?
Started trapping in the dorm, bro.
That's how it's usually is. That shit is crazy.
I'll say just me growing up that way with being very team orientated. My friends, other than my assistant, my friends are extremely removed from me as a tattoo artist. Like when I'm with them, we don't speak tattoos. Like to them, I'm Richie. Between just friends, football teams, like my high school football team, like we maxed out a chat room and we still in it actively to this day.
Really?
Like we stay connected.
That's crazy.
And I think just staying rooted to like sources of genuine connection in my youth keep me grounded, because I'm pretty sure just like doing what we do, you meet a lot of friends, but it's through business and it's always business based.
Yeah, I like my clients. They're very supportive. I would say that.
So do you have any role models or people that you look to?
Dang.
For growth or?
I would say my dad put out a path for me to follow and learn from when it comes to tattooing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically.
So your dad keeps up with the trends also, right? And he's still tattooed to this day?
He doesn't tattoo anymore, but he does run the shops.
Okay.
But I learned so much, just being around in a room with him.
Why you don't want to work in his shop?
Well, because being a daddy's girl, you kind of get special privileges sometimes.
That's
and
good.
I want my dad to run his business how he wants to run his business.
LeBron.
And I respect that. So besides that dynamic, I'm an adult and I just wanted to branch off and do things with my sauce, my flavor, not underneath somebody else, you know? And I like it. But I still go pass by. He's blocks away.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I
That's
walk
cool.
to him when I'm done eating lunch, like, hey, Dad, you know.
That's lit. So, do you have any role models, Rich?
Role models.
And how they influence your journey?
Of course, I'm a praise the Most High to the big homie Hove. I actually wrote a paper on Jay-Z for my management
I didn't know that
class.
was Jay-Z when you said Hove. I thought you had a friend called Hove.
What other Hove is there in life? They got it. What?
I didn't. I'm like, what? Hove.
Like, I legit wrote a business paper on him for one of my courses in college. Got a B+ on it. I was shocked because I wrote it the same morning. But I'll say when it comes to being inspired by, it's more so using his tool of rapping,
Yes.
to hop into other industries and just using it as leverage. Because I definitely parallel it with the tattoo industry. I don't want to be tattooing for the rest of my life. I don't. I want to tattoo when I want to, not because I have to. So I would say with me right now, dealing with my personal growth, it's a lot of mentally and physically planning to be able to now pivot and use my tattooing as leverage in another industry. But when it comes to like people I know for real, I'll say inspiration and role models really come from my peers. I have a lot of peers who are entrepreneurs or who are on the personal space I aspire to be in. I had a friend I spoke to not too long ago. Like, I'm currently going through purchasing a property, and like I'm stressed because I'm like, I've never spent this much money. I've never owed someone this much money. And he calmly said to me, he was like, yo, Rich, you just got to look at it as a transfer of assets. You're not spending the money. You're just moving your money from where it was to where it is. Sneed, he's another one. He's in a whole nother industry as far as being a barber and owning a restaurant. But even reference back to Hove, it's like he used the barber shop as a tool to be able to have the money for the restaurant. Like, anybody that I aspire to be is not one-dimensional. Anybody who's motivating to me is not one-dimensional, but they have these tools that they can make use of in any lane that they choose to be in. And being out here talking about tattoos, I'm going to definitely say Maya Bailey. Maya Bailey, he's the big homie. If you don't know, then you need to know. Maya Bailey is probably the only tattoo artist that has taken tattooing and scaled and built a block and will probably freaking retire as soon as he wants to and sells fine artwork. Like, he does everything that a tattoo artist that I would think a tattoo artist wants to be, because I can't say every tattoo artist tattoos for the same reason.
Yeah. So what's the biggest thing you learned now that you would teach your earlier self?
Great customer service can take you far. Being consistent. You know what I mean? Maybe when I was younger, I would probably just start something and give up. But like, when you know you put in time and work and all of that, it pays off. You know what I mean? Then you keep on and you never know where it'll take you.
How about you, Rich? The biggest thing you learned that you could teach your younger self?
Are you talking tattoo specifically or in life?
Anything.
In life, hold for the long term. Never sell. And buy property as soon as you can.
That's for stocks?
Stocks and just alignment in life, bro. Like, I'll say, even though the shop, Think Before You Ink, what it was a time, it was an era, it was a creative hub for anybody in Queens. Anybody that's Queens has been through the shop.
Yeah.
But I know I invested in a business before and I should have invested into myself in the opening of that shop. That money should have went to a house. It shouldn't have went to opening the shop. It shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
What year was it that you opened it?
A while ago.
My first Think Before You Ink shop, I want to say it was 2013.
That was on like 169, right? In Jamaica.
169.
Before Hillside.
No. So Hillside, my Jamaica shop was on Hillside. That was 167 in Jamaica.
Okay, got you.
My first thing before you ain't shop though was in Long Island City.
Oh, word?
36th Avenue, 36th Street.
Oh,
It was
shit.
big. It was huge. I was ahead of the curve, bro. That shit was 200.
So
not
what made
200,
you move
it was
to the
2,500 square
What
feet.
made you move to Jamaica?
For as big as it was, there was minimal windows and there was no central AC. So when it was hot, it was hot, and when it was cold, it was cold.
So it's space, but
Yeah.
it followed the seasons.
Yeah, bro. Ridiculous. And it was only a 2-year lease. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep doing this. It's ridiculous. I was throwing parties in there, ended up getting written up by the FDNY because we were above
shit.
our occupancy level. Like, it was just too much. And it's like, I'm 23 years old, just having to deal with like real life stuff. Like, I don't want to do this shit. I want a tattoo. Should have bought a house.
So what kind of parties were you throwing back then?
I used to rent out the venue, bro. People who was throwing parties, I rent them the venue.
So you had tattoo in the shop,
Bro,
in the
this-
spot, and then you rent the whole venue out?
Bro, we had tattoos. We was throwing parties. We had a shirt press room.
Yeah.
We had like a music studio.
Yeah.
We had a photo booth. Like, it was ahead of the time.
That's fire.
It was no AC, bro. No AC,
So you
no
make
heat.
music also?
That's
You make music
I
also?
ain't make no music. I rented the room out.
Oh.
I rented the room out to a engineer. He built the room out. My boy Philly. Like, we made it happen. We was trapping.
So someone's trying to start tattooing from scratch. Never tattooed before, but a good artist. They're not a drawer. What's the first thing they should do?
I'll let you go with that first.
The first thing that they should do,
What's step one? Stenciling?
no, I would say do research before you even touch anybody or you even get your mind right, know what to expect, because it's a lot. So just research, find what type of style you want to do if you have a style, because some people do specialty like tattoos, they specialize in just that. That's cool. But yeah, I think do research. I watched Ink Master for like 2 years. I was watching Ink Master for like 2 years after I did the practice one.
Yeah.
I like backed up away from tattooing and was just like studying.
He didn't like it or something?
What?
The tattoo?
No. I just, no, when I'm into something, I want to like at least
great
acquire
at it.
certain knowledge about it. And I felt like, well, so I'm going to learn besides these people that are in the shop already. Like, let me just Ink Master on freaking Netflix or something, binge watch it. And it would taught me certain things, like, you know, what to look for, I guess. And then YouTube techniques.
University.
Go crazy. Yeah.
What about you, Rich?
I'd say for anybody that's aspiring a tattoo, definitely research and then intentionally seek an apprenticeship. Even though I'm self-taught,
Exactly.
I would definitely suggest for any artist to seek an apprenticeship, because apprenticeships are like relationships. Like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you in that space, you need to know if it's working for you. And if it is, stay. But if it's not, leave and find another one. Because we're at the point to where there's a plethora of artists out here that are qualified to be able and willing to want to teach artists how to tattoo. But now, if you're not fortunate enough to get an apprenticeship, then yes, do your research. YouTube University has never done no one wrong, but stay extremely disciplined.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of younger artists start to bite off more than they can chew too early in their career. And with what we do, it is definitely a word of mouth kind of business. So you need to understand, you might have one fire year and you can make an extreme amount of money, but understand that if all you're doing is putting out trash work, then none of these clients are ever coming back and your business is going to shatter after that year one. So take your time and just be disciplined, because you're dealing with people forever.
Yeah, and it could lead to like lawsuits and shit if you're like, you know, damaging people's skin, infecting them. So yeah, you definitely have to like, don't dive into it just without any knowledge. If you have any knowledge, you would know that you shouldn't dive into it.
What do you mean lawsuit? Like, if you mess a tattoo up, they can
People
sue
I've
you?
been to court, bro.
People can be very hasty. They can be very mad about some things that could be your fault, could be their
I'm
fault.
lost.
Yeah.
You can sue a tattoo
Yes,
artist?
you can.
Eh,
If
depend.
you don't have the right waivers, I would say.
So do you have?
not the right
That's the
word.
next question. So do you
Yeah.
have people sign papers
Of
before they
course.
tattoo now?
Yes. Definitely.
Contract
When you go to
about-
the doctor, do you not fill out forms?
But I'm just asking you because not everybody does it. Because I got a couple
no.
tattoos, I ain't feel shit out. Like what the
Listen.
hell? Like, yeah.
When you know, you should definitely have some type of consent.
My
forms.
my consent forms got photo and media release waivers in them. I take a picture, I take a video. The tattoo design, it's mine. It's all mine. I can reproduce this as much as I want. Granted, I'm never ever doing the same tattoo
I'm lost
twice.
right now. I'm lost.
Okay.
So wait. So
He has
You gotta
the
say that
rights to
again,
all-
so-
it's all his artwork basically. And he has
It's
the
so
rights.
that's your artwork. So nobody else could just duplicate it, basically, but you.
Realistically, like growing up being an artist, bro, artists steal, art imitates life. Like your work is gonna get reproduced.
That's
I
a
did
fact.
a piece. I got a piece in my studio. She said I did a piece that's just like yours or whatever. Like it just happens.
very
Even
similar,
if
yeah, when
even
it
if
comes
she
to-
never seen it, it's like no idea is original
Yeah.
at all. So it's really not about people stealing the work. Granted, if someone took my design and I custom drew it and they put it on a shirt and started mass producing it, like I need to check. But
Yeah.
it's more so to make sure that they know that I can do whatever I want with my artwork that I designed.
Oh, that's what's up, the cold press juices. But
That's what
they
it
still into the alcohol shit, and they took everything I did, like literally. And it's looking bad. I'm looking like, yo, bro, you can't do nothing original. This shit is really bad out here. So I could tell if art it automatically
Yeah, it could
they're
be
gonna
like
go
that.
towards their favorite artist, tattoo artist. So you can't really be mad about that.
Some people be inspired and they just go for it, but you can't.
That's
be
what they
mad
call
at
it.
But when
Yeah,
they're
it's
making,
stealing.
when they're making a profit out of it, it's just like you should definitely cover your ass when it comes.
Shout
to
out something.
Yeah, but you can't expect everybody to do that. They don't have the same mindset. People could be greedy.
Call it greedy or just they stealing. They just like to steal. That's what they do.
You got to be
That's what they
two
do,
steps
man.
ahead, bro. If you put out rendition 1, then you need to have rendition 2 and 3 in the bank already.
That's a fact. So, alright, so we're not ugly people here. So when you tattooing a guy, have you ever been in a situation where it got uncomfortable for you?
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you cancel the whole session, or did you get security, or what did you do?
I didn't get security, but basically, I just kind of moved. I was in shock pretty much, and I just kept it going. Like I kept tattooing. I know how to move away. I know how to just be like, but if it was that bad, I would probably kick him out. But
Have you ever got to that point?
No. I'm a people person for the most part, but you're not going to take advantage of me, I think some people think I'm flirting with them, but I'm just a nice person. So then they kind of get a little carried away.
Yeah, females ain't nice these days.
I
So
know,
when you nice, they
everybody
like, she
says-
like me. She wants some
No,
dates.
and right, and it's like, oh my God, please.
Which is crazy.
I'm just freaking kind. That's it. That's nothing else.
What about you, Rich? Have you had females come on to you while you tattooing them, or they want to tattoo in an explicit spot, and
The explicit spots never made me feel no way. Like it's skin to skin. You paying, I'm tatting. But as far as like making me feel uncomfortable, yeah. But I'll say it didn't really affect me until I got into a private studio. Because once I got to the private studio, it's like there's no one else in here.
Yeah.
So I had one session, like no chicks got crazy, like ran up on me and grabbed me and nothing. But like
she can't run. You tattooing, but you can touch.
You could feel people energy. You know when somebody on you. You know when somebody feeling a little too comfortably on you.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like men don't talk about this enough. I feel like when it comes to what society would deem sexual harassment, men are in a space to where it's like, number one, we don't know how to deal. And two, I feel like from a woman, she wouldn't feel like she was crossing any lines.
Facts.
So I've been in a situation where it's like I had a client and I'm prepping a design, and the way my studio set up is like my design prep is like behind a floating wall.
Yeah.
And just feeling her on me, so close to me.
Yeah.
It's like you could tell she's like saying something without saying it. Granted, number one, if I was doing that to her, it would have been a whole other issue.
Facts.
And then in the back of my mind, it's like, damn, if something did arise, the space I'm in, nobody would know the truth of how it happened. Even if I said, nah, she pressed up on me, yada, 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 yada. If she said, nah, he touched me, that's what happened. So I put cameras up.
I was just about to, that was my next question right there.
I put cameras up, man.
So
I don't got time for that.
Have you installed cameras just in case anything like that happens?
I usually have something rolling. If I feel like I don't really like know this person like that, like there's always somebody less than 5 minutes away.
Smart.
Always. This my hood. So I can make a call, even in the building.
That's good. So what's like the biggest thing you learned from tattooing?
The biggest thing I've learned, I mean, how different people can be. That's pretty much it. Like, people can be so different. People go through so many different things. Why they come to tattoo artists when they're going through things, it just makes you feel like you're very important.
Do you feel like a therapist? Because I know they tell you their problems. Because you tattooing for over hours.
What? I know all
they telling
the
you
tea.
everything.
I know all the tea.
My girl, my man.
We be sharing each other to see if anything. I might need to shut up sometimes because I just be thinking everybody mad cool when it comes to like, it's just a vibe, you know? But yeah, I just learned that, you know, there's so many different kind of people and just how to be a people person, because I'm pretty quiet for the most part, but when I'm in my zone, like it's like you're walking into my room, like, you know, we just chilling.
All right. So what's the biggest thing you learned about tattooing?
The biggest thing I learned about tattooing.
And how many years you actually been tattooing? I ain't asked both of y'all.
So I've been tattooing for like 16 years.
16 years.
16.
So are you considered a vet with 16 years?
I don't feel like you a vet until someone else calls you a vet. You can't be a self-proclaimed vet. Because you could be tattooing 16 years and be trash. Like, nobody's going to call you a vet. So once people start calling me a vet, then I'll take the title on.
Have anybody called you a vet yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the biggest thing you learned from tattooing?
The biggest thing I learned from tattooing might be understanding the fact that whatever you choose to do in life, it's like you're always going to have to work at it if you want to be great at it. Simple as that.
So the tattoo industry is they got it on television now, and it's being promoted as like the black ink, how they promote it. It's kind of weird. It's just more than it's like more than a tattoo when you getting tattooed. So you was on black ink. So how do you feel about the way they be shooting things? 'Cause I was there, and I feel like everything was scripted. Well, it was scripted because they was telling when Steve's coming in, everybody be quiet. When Steve's walking out, everybody be quiet. Or it's just weird. So how was your experience when you were there?
I won't ever call reality TV scripted. I'll call it suggestively directed. Because it's not scripting. Because it's not like we go into a scene reading a script. Like, we don't have lines. Like, we're not remembering lines and coming in and saying them. But suggestively directed. Because at the end of the day, it's like you're dealing with a production company. They've invested hundreds and thousands and maybe millions of dollars into this show. They need to make sure that it hits the end goal the way they want it to.
It's like intentional.
Yeah, you have to. Like, if they was like, all right, everybody be natural, it's like you might get trash, and then it's like the budget's blown.
That's a
for
fact.
what, you know?
That's a fact.
I think when it comes to either viewing reality television in the tattoo realm or being on it, either way, you need to know what your intent is in watching it. I will say we all need to realize, regardless of whether it's Black Ink or Ink Master, because I've been on both, what's more entertaining? Black Ink is more entertaining. What's more structurally for a tattoo artist? Ink Master is more structural for a tattoo artist. It's going to have two different viewers. The same person that watches Ink Master might not watch Black Ink and vice versa. But you can't like go and watch a show because it's a tattoo show and expecting it to be nothing but tattoos. And realistically, calling it a tattoo show is like done by the fans because it doesn't say Black Ink Crew, the tattoo show.
This is Black Ink.
It's just Black Ink Crew.
Facts. Would you go on a reality show if one of them would contact you?
I don't know.
You better say yeah.
Why? I
Run
don't
it up.
know. Probably. I would have to think about it. I would like to be in control of my image. And I feel like people don't have control over their image in those type of environments.
So that was the next question.
I can't believe
Why
that.
won't y'all create your own?
So
Are
y'all
you-
can
was
be
you in control?
In full control of it.
Hold on. Before you get into that. When it comes to any kind of media, anything that you're filming, anything that you choose to put yourself in the front of as a face, production only can do with what you give them. So if you give them nothing that you feel is degrading or humiliating, then they have nothing of that form or structure.
Right, so if their intention is to be turned up all the time and I'm not giving that, then I might not be a perfect fit for that show.
But if they're keeping you on that show, it's because you're serving your purpose and being the reserved cast member on the crew.
I'll take that.
They
So-
cast for different energies.
Right. Well, I mean, I know a lot of people, so it probably would be like, a name that people just know. But I would probably consider doing it if it was, I don't know, if it aligned with me.
That's wild. So what do you have planned for this year for your businesses?
I just plan to keep on going, making people happy. Looking forward to my next biggest piece, Maybe try to think of joining or entering a convention. I've never done one of those. So, yeah, I just want to dive a little deeper into what I do. That's it.
Have you ever been in any?
Too many.
Have you ever won first place?
First place, nah. I won first place at one, but the people that won the convention were so confident that they was winning first place, they never printed a first place trophy. So they didn't have a first trophy. They were so confident it was gonna win. I took it. Because it was for the most rep shop, and they thought their shop was gonna be the most rep, but we mobbed. It was a.
I'm gonna keep the second place.
I'm gonna take it.
You want to file for that first place so like walking out with this trophy.
You have that in your office? Yep. I'm gonna take it. Just so your heart burning.
So what's the easiest way to contact you for a tattoo or commission piece or anything that you're selling?
The easiest way, people DM me for a tattoo.
That's the easiest way?
I would rather email because then I feel like you have some type of brain to process that you want to do something professional. Yeah, because DMs can get messy and I just feel like anybody that knows how to email knows how to, conduct business. So I would rather that.
So let me know your email, how to contact you.
Okay, you can contact me with my email, gendersrnyc@gmail.com.
How about you, Rich? That's the easiest way to contact you or your assistant.
Alright, so you can easily just go to my website, maderich.com. From there, you can click on the booking link, and there's a form that you can fill out. Be as specific as you can. The more specific you are, the less back and forth we have to go through via email.
That's good. So, thanks a lot for coming out. I appreciate both of y'all.
Thanks for having me.
This was a good convo, man.
So you want to give us some juice or not?
I got mine already.
You have the whole juice right now, bro.
You gotta get your juice.
That's it, because he said to eat all day. I was like, God damn, like, bro, how you gonna eat all day? This is watermelon juice. Let me know, let people know how it tastes. It's watermelon juice. Let's try it.
Trying
So
to.
we sign up, yeah. Let me know what it is.
Okay.
How it is.
Refreshing.
Yes, let me refresh it. Yeah, it's it's seamless, nothing else actually. No water, no sugar, no process, nothing.
Oh my God. I had watermelon earlier. This is just like it, like.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh my God.
Fresh vaccine.
Oh, it's just watermelon.
You said vaccine?
Vaccine.
That's important.
It's good for your skin.
That's it. Excuse me?
It's good for your skin.
Yes.
What's that? I like it.
You're welcome. We are, y'all.
Building with dope. Every story helps us cope from zero to hero on the grind.